15 wins, 12 knockouts. Her fights last an average of 1.5 rounds, and she looks like she's heading to brunch. This is Knockout Legends. Here we go. Dakota Ditcheva rolled into her professional debut like a Muay Thai world champion who'd been waiting 17 years for someone to finally let her take the gloves off. Jenny Line walked in with a plan. She walked out with a reassessment of her entire career. First round TKO. The beginning of something opponents would learn to dread.
Oh, spinning elbow.
Oh, wow. Oh, knee. She's dropped.
It's a masterclass.
An
absolute masterclass.
Dakota's debut wasn't a fight. It was a product demo, and the product was pain. Patricia Borges arrived at UKFC 17 hoping to test the hype. Turns out, the hype had sharper elbows than her cornerman warned her about.
And Borges certainly looks like she's physically strong and is going to be very difficult to work.
First round, another one. Dakota was starting a collection of first-round finishes the way other people collect stamps, except stamps don't require medical attention. Canada, co-main event, and Simone da Silva, a Brazilian with an 8-win record, thought she'd found the girl who couldn't grapple. She found the opposite. Dakota took her down, mounted, and hammered ground strikes until the referee realized this wasn't a fight anymore. It was a renovation project on da Silva's face.
So now she can either stay on the ground and keep trying to attack, or she can stuff away and try and get back to her feet. And this will be the test of what she wants to try and show tonight.
Second round TKO. The striker-only narrative died that night in Canada. Nobody brought it up again. Shauna Mama B. Bannon came with a sting. The Irish wrecking ball threw bombs from both sides and actually made Dakota work for 5 full rounds. The only time in her career anyone has kept her that long.
Dakota, oh, a nice leg kick there, that one hurt.
Dakota won every round, but Bannon earned something nobody else has: the right to say she heard all 5 bells. Bannon would go on to reach the UFC with a 7-1 record. She's still the only woman who made Dakota's alarm clock actually ring past round 2.
Changing leg kicks, oh, and again the clinch is in this time.
Dakota won the UKFC title, but Bannon won something the judges don't score: Dakota's respect. PFL debut, home crowd, and Hasna Gaber came out swinging haymakers like she was fighting off a swarm of invisible wasps that only she could see.
Ditcheva switching stances. Slips outside.
Dakota slipped the chaos, delivered a push kick to the midsection, pulled her into the clinch, and served one single knee to the body. 58 seconds. Less time than it takes to microwave popcorn. Gaber's overwhelmed the pretty girl strategy was met with Dakota's pretty girl has a knee that folds organs strategy. The blown kiss before the fight wasn't confidence. It was a spoiler alert. Catherine Cora-Jennings, undefeated, 3 finishes, and a vocabulary louder than her right hand. She claims Dakota had never faced a fighter of her caliber. That word aged like milk in a microwave. Dakota carved her with kicks, served front kicks seasoned with crosses, and when Cora-Jennings panicked and tried to hug her way to survival, Dakota took mount and hammered her like a construction worker on overtime. With seconds left in the round, a right hand landed on Cora-Jennings' jaw and unplugged her from reality like someone pulling a cord from the wall.
There's a club and a right hand. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fist.
Cora-Jennings wanted deep water. Dakota gave her an ocean floor. Following this anvil-like knockout, household chores were willingly handed off to the men. Sweden's Malin Hermansson decided the best pre-fight strategy was copying Dakota's blown kiss ritual. She also called her easy work, which is the MMA equivalent of telling a tornado you're not impressed.
Movement and footwork early from Hermansson. She doesn't want her legs being chopped into by Dakota too early.
Dakota answered with knees that made caution look like a foreign language, switched stances with prime Adesanya swagger, and then, plot twist, took Hermansson's back and locked in a rear naked choke. The kickboxing queen just submitted someone. It's like finding out your barista has a black belt. Technically possible, but it ruins your assumptions about the entire profession. Paris, semifinals. And Cornelia Holm showed up more tenacious than a Jehovah's Witness on a Saturday morning. She grabbed, she clinched, she dragged Dakota into her ugly wrestling world. Stuck in Holm's embrace like a stepsister for most of the first round, Dakota managed to break free with clinch work and knees. After Dakota's signature anti-cellulite massage of front kicks and body shots, the final combination landed in the third round. Cornelia Holm. Very difficult to put away. But Dakota doesn't do difficult. She does inevitable. Before the fight, Dakota watched her beloved Manchester City play. After the fight, she collected a belt and $100,000. A productive evening by anyone's standards. Italy's Valentina Scatizzi called herself an animal and promised to break the Barbie from Britain. She stormed forward like a bull heading to slaughter, straight into Dakota's Thai plum.
Good head position here from Dakota. Nice knee to the head as well.
Nice tricky knee there from
Knees, more knees. An entire IKEA catalog of knees assembled directly into Scatizzi's skull and body. Her left eye ballooned shut. The doctor took one look and waved it off.
Have to be careful here. But great work from Scatizzi here.
1 minute left.
Scatizzi arrived calling Dakota overrated. She left calling an optometrist. Anderson Silva. That comparison came from a man who fought for the UFC title. Not from a comments section. From a man who knows. PFL Global Season. The big leagues. Lisa Malden was supposed to be durable enough to see round 2. She was not.
Overhead left. And then a front kick misses for...
Front kicks to set up the cross. Push kick to the sternum. Right hand from southpaw. And then the clinch, where Dakota's knees operate with the precision of a surgeon who bills by the bruise.
She's a little wiry herself, though.
Yeah.
She's the one initiating
Both
the
of them.
grappling on the mat, and she
Both long for this weight class, both wiry.
4 minutes. Malden was served Dakota's complimentary body reconstruction program and found the return policy to be aggressively non-existent. Chelsea Hackett tried to close distance and brawl, which is like volunteering to arm wrestle a forklift because you think your gym membership gives you an advantage. Dakota set her flying from the opening bell. Then she turned into what the commentators described as a silent anvil, absorbing everything and returning it with compound interest. First round. Maximum 12 points scored in the season. Number 1 seed. Buying a ticket to a Dakota fight was starting to feel like paying full price for a movie that ends during the opening credits. Jenna Bishop, BJJ, black belt, no-gi world champion, 7-1 record, 4 submission wins. The woman built specifically in a laboratory to survive Dakota's first round. She got the takedown. She got top position. For one beautiful, terrifying moment, Dakota was underneath the best grappler she'd ever faced.
He goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop's in trouble.
and that does it!
And then Dakota, from the bottom, threatened a triangle on a world-class black belt, like a fish pulling the fisherman into the water. Once Dakota stood, it was over. A face-lifting knee from the clinch. A front kick that drained Bishop's will to live. First round. again. Bishop showed up with the blueprint to beat Dakota Ditcheva. She left with the blueprint folded up and shoved into a hospital bag. The $1 million fight. The former UFC title challenger, 22-3, the woman who almost took Valentina Shevchenko's belt, the most dangerous opponent of Dakota's entire career by approximately 7 miles. Santos tried trash talk. She clowned Dakota with lipstick at the press conference. She bragged she was the more complete fighter. In the championship bout, elbows were finally permitted. Dakota had been saving hers like a gift card she'd been waiting to redeem.
On the feints.
That was a nice right hand. Holy cow.
Dakota used front kicks to set up crosses, push kick twice, right hand. Then, from southpaw, a combination with a long-forgotten elbow strike, flavored with John Jones tricks.
That's fine. We also have a speed advantage. It gets a little bit unfair in these striking exchanges.
Santos's last-ditch takedown was stuffed like a Thanksgiving turkey that nobody wanted. Then came the barrage against the fence. Body, face, elbows. Santos's liver filed for a change of address. The referee had seen enough. The former UFC title challenger, the woman who went 5 rounds with Valentina Shevchenko, was folded against the fence, wondering who forgot to tell her about Dakota's elbows. Dakota put on lipstick right there in the cage, answering Santos's pre-fight mockery with the most silent, devastating clapback in PFL history. She received the belt from her mother, Lisa Howarth, the ex-kickboxing world champion, who put a 4-year-old in a gym and just watched that 4-year-old become the youngest champion in PFL history. And upon returning home, the champion visited her 89-year-old grandmother. 15 wins, 0 losses, 12 knockouts, 1 submission. Fights last an average of 1.5 rounds. Her front kick is basically a complimentary nose job. Her clinch is the only spa treatment that leaves you unconscious. ESPN named her a future top athlete of the 21st century. Dan Hardy compared her to Anderson Silva. Her opponents keep booking appointments with her fists, and none of them leave satisfied with the results. No fighter in women's MMA history, not Rousey, not Nunes, not Shevchenko, has made round 1 this consistently terrifying. The most beautiful nightmare in MMA. 15-0 and counting. This is Knockout Legends. Until next time.